No, you're wrong. The liver can heal itself, but only after an acute cytotoxic injury. In other words, direct damage to your liver cells caused by an acute insult, like a Tylenol overdose or an acute viral hepatitis. So, with acute liver injury, the liver maintains a very impressive regenerative capacity because the cells that didn't die because of this acute insult, these surviving cells will proliferate and restore liver mass, hence liver regeneration. Now, this is not the case with chronic liver injury that's been triggered by a persistent insult, like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, so chunky belly. So if you have fat in your liver for far too long, and eventually you miss your window of opportunity for getting the fat out of your liver, then this fat becomes a persistent insult, causing chronic liver injury, which will then trigger continuous turnover of liver cells, liver cell death, a continuous compensatory regenerative process, right? But let enough time go by with your persistent insult still at play, then all of those processes, this regenerative capacity becomes exhausted. And now you lose your compensatory regenerative process abilities. And now you have a bunch of damage, and with damage comes inflammation. And then this culminates in the accumulation of fibrotic scar tissue, so fibrosis. Now, early on, fibrosis, reversible. But let enough time go by, especially with your persistent insult still at play and all of these processes still at play, then eventually fibrosis not reversible. Because at that point, your liver has now sustained structural damage. So its structural architecture has been destroyed. Its vasculature is now no longer fully intact. And so at that point, the liver's regenerative ability, no more. That's it.